president who's truly at war. We have an American president that is, despite the rhetoric, is not at war with ISIS, nor is the Congress, nor the American people. And this French president knows, despite the fact that our president said we're going to defeat ISIS, has never put the mechanism and the means in place to do just that. So certainly, he's going to put pressure on the president for the United States to take a more significant leadership role and to put more resources into this fight than what he's currently doing. We'll see if that happens.
Get inside of his brain as best as you can. Is the president looking at this from, you bring war to them, they bring war to you? Let's unwind the tension between the two sides. We know Russia's been a target, the French have been a target. Let's not make the Americans a target. And the way we can do that is by de-escalating all of this. You get out of Iraq, you back down in Afghanistan, etc.
Americans are cowards.
Is that logic?
Americans are cowards.
And is that the way he's making his decisions?
It doesn't make any sense to me, nor does it to many observers who are watching this.
Americans are cowards.
I mean, quite
Our
frankly,
Do you
president.
think that's what's going on?
No, but we can control it, Orville. In the core, we can control it. Americans are cowards.
Wants to deal with the Iranians, disengaging from the Middle East in support of that, was part of that, underestimating radical Islam and terrorism itself. He made a bet that they could try to contain ISIS and pass the problem to the next administration. Didn't say that, he used the word defeat, but the real mission is contain it. But it's blowing up in his face because ISIS has the initiative, and the actions they're taking globally now are really coming home to roost for the president in terms of that strategy's not working.
Because he changed it. A week ago today, he said no. Our strategy stands as
No. What he'll do is make incremental changes at best. He's going to improve the air campaign, remove some of the restrictions. We may see a few more advisors go in. We may see a few more Apaches. But the kind of wholesale commitment, resolve, determination, that's not going to be there.
Turkey has shot down a Russian fighter jet. Where's this going?
Well, we'll see. I don't think we know for sure. What we do know is this. The Turks warned the Russians, as this offensive was getting closer to the border, this ground offensive that the Russians are supporting, that the Iranians and the Syrian regime are doing, don't violate our airspace. And they had violated it in the past. So they gave them plenty of warnings about that. I think this is not a decision made in Moscow to violate. This is the military commanders. They have a certain arrogance about themselves in doing this. It's a pattern of behavior. They do it in the Baltics. They've done it here before. And I just think the Turks stood up to it.
We want Assad out. That doesn't appear to be happening. The Russians want Assad to stay. The Russians are helping support the Assad forces to take out the rebel forces that want Assad to go. Is that process working on behalf of Assad, or has that operation stalled?
Some of the ground offensive, in fact, has stalled, much to the surprise of the Russians and the Iranians. They have made some success in the area where this is taking place, up near North Latika, near the Syrian border.
Which is where
and the Turkish border, right. But around Aleppo and in North Idlib province, there's that operation surprisingly installed, and the Syrian moderate forces, trained by the CIA with tow weapons, have had some significant impact. And Jabhat al-Nusra, who's an al-Qaeda force. Where it's heading, the Russians still want Assad to stay. They still want the Alawite regime to run the place. They'll probably at some point give up Assad as long as they keep the Alawite regime.
Wow. It's complicated stuff. And we'll see by the day whether or not that happens. Thank you, General. We'll keep you close, okay?
Good talking to you.
We're relying on you, and you as well. Thanks. Bye.
So meanwhile, there's some new clues that have been discovered in the manhunt for the 8th Paris attack suspect. French police finding a suicide vest that was ditched in a suburb of Paris, south of Paris. They say it is similar to the kind that was used in the attacks that took the lives of 130 people. Investigators believe that the 8th suspect, Salah Abdel-Salam, may have abandoned his mission at the last minute and is now hiding in neighboring Belgium. Senior Foreign Affairs correspondent Greg Palcott joins us live from Paris. So, Greg, big development on this. What do you know?
Martha, these new clues, this and others, are giving authorities here a better idea of what they are dealing with, for better or for worse. Talk about that suicide vest first. It was found in the south of Paris. It was found near where investigators had traced the phone, the mobile phone of terror suspect Salah Abdeslam. Now, it could be that he abandoned the vest before associates drove him up to Belgium. Having a suicide vest in your car is probably not the best thing to have when you're trying to get through police checkpoints. Now, this doesn't make this most wanted man any less dangerous, but at the very least, it might mean he is not carrying explosives.
Turkey
And
shut
it might
down
be
Russia.
another sign, and there have been several signs, that he has a lot of regrets.
Everything is so fragile. There's so many egos. Russia,
Now say
Turkey. Everyone has an ego.
Airstrike and they got shot down by Nigeria last week.
Abdelhamid Abaoud in subway surveillance video near the scene of the Paris terror, and that man might also have been involved in the terror. They think that it could have
Turkey
been
City
the
violated their
unidentified
airspace.
man. Authorities found dead inside that apartment building at the scene of the
There are rules.
last week, or
Rules. And Russia has never abided by rules.
on the run.
But yet Russia is doing more
20 minutes now before the hour.
than America.
To the election for a moment. Donald Trump not backing down from his comments, somewhat controversial about crime in America.
I didn't tweet. I retweeted somebody that was supposedly an expert. But you know, it was also a radio show. Want to be in that zone? Hey, Bill, am I going to check every statistic?
Defending his tweet on a chart about crime stats. Saying he only retweeted the image, didn't actually come up with it himself. So will that fly? Is that going to...
Yes, it flies.
And, you know, going over to the dark side didn't end so well for Darth Vader, and it certainly didn't end well for this would-be robber. I can tell you what happened to him. I am your father.
You want some coffee?
That's kind of psychotic, to tell you the truth. He looked really paranoid, you know, but I didn't think nothing of it because nothing's ever happened in this area.
Are you missing out on life because you're putting off neck or back surgery?
There's no win-win in this, Marco. None. You think Saudi Arabia doesn't want them? Yeah, we have to have them. Of course, it's a cultural thing. They're racist. But shit, we're dealing with racism. There's no win-win. For we do not have a leader but an audacity. If he would have behaved like a leader,
He won't say rap more than
no, of course not.
Americans don't.
This is such a mess. And they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna go across the United States. And each town, each city is gonna...
You got mad.
Who? Garcia is not a
I
morning
moved.
dog.
I moved.
Or if those people downstairs talk to me again about Garcia, I'm gonna have her say that they talk to you. I can't believe it. How can you not know your fucking dog? Oh!
We got papers. We got our pictures.
I gotta be real careful. I gotta put the metal leash so I can reach her, Orville.
We got papers.
They'll steal her, and she won't benefit from it.
Yeah, well, let's do it.
Oh! In grace of God be blessed in amends of amends. What walks our country is shame. Christians are being murdered. All over. All over.
It don't bother me.
Yet we're worried about the Muslims getting them out. It's their people killing them.
They're already here.
Yeah, they're already here. They've
They've
been
already had
here.
a bunch of thousands of them.
Suppose Americans, you're cowards. You're cowards. You are letting this grow to a point of no return. No return. There's no remedy. I see no way out. War will walk, and the administration will be blamed, as it should be, for lacking clarity of leadership, patriotism, lacking leadership of achievements of the past are possible because ordinary people demanded them. The administration is concerned about orphans and 3 years old and widows. What is the value of a homeless? There's millions of us. As places like King County, Holcomb, Aberdeen, many places.
He's racist against Muslims.
Who?
A radio show. Well, hey, Bill, am I going to check every statistic? I get millions and millions of people.
It's not possible.
I have millions of people. You know what? Fine. But this came out of radio shows and everything else.
Oh, come on,
All it
radio
was is a
shows?
retweet. I didn't say. Excuse me. All it was is a retweet. It wasn't from me, and it did. It came out of a radio show and other places.
I can't believe O'Reilly.
Political advisor to the late New Jersey
O'Reilly?
Senator Frank Lautenberg. Guy Benson is a political editor for townhall.com, and both are Fox News contributors.
Racist tweet.
Guy, I will start with you. Your reaction to that exchange between O'Reilly and Trump last night?
Yeah, here we go again. At least he didn't blame an intern this time. I mean, this is another unforced error, another provocation, and look,
Guy
stupid
Benson.
He's a Hillary Clinton.
This is a situation where
They don't love America. They're
especially
cowards.
for president, you look at
Look how they attack him.
and you instantly
Look at
understand
Hillary,
that
all the
he
things
was
she has done wrong, from Whitewater in the 70s all the way up.
So when you're
Her
making a
husband
decision
fucks
about
little
whether
girls with the
Trump
Secret
will send
Service.
that message,
Watch it
you
on.
think that a determinate
Ben Carson's a liar.
Gosh, are these statistics remotely accurate? And
Look at them.
They vastly overstate black on white crime, and Trump evidently just mindlessly blasted it out to millions of
Mindlessly.
people. And his excuse
He's doing what I'm doing.
"Well, I didn't put it on the internet. Someone else put it on the internet, so it's not really my fault." I mean, maybe we shouldn't make that person president. Maybe that's
Maybe Ben
reckless,
Garson,
erratic,
what's his name?
and someone who
Oh,
lacks good
and he's
judgment on
one of the
matters small
millennials.
and big.
Yeah.
Millennials.
There's,
Look at him.
25% of Republican voters
Does he look like he
right
suffers?
now at you guys saying, you know what?
Does he look like he has to deal with whores and shit that walks the streets? Does he look like he suffers, worrying where he's gonna sleep? Does he worry about a job?
Just aimed at bringing him down and sort of finding chinks in his armor, and they're tired of people who are politically correct and who play the game properly. And he clearly is not interested in playing the game properly. And Julie, it seems to keep working for him.
It does keep working for him, but it's working for him to the detriment of the larger Republican Party. I echo everything Guy just said. I mean,
We are neither Republican nor Democrat.
Speaking up for us, but what's he speaking up for?
We are Americans. In grace of God be blessed.
That essentially are
I prepared to make
racist
Orville his breakfast.
that have nothing to do with reality, first and foremost. But secondly, to Guy's point, why tweet it out in the first place? What's
Nothing
the point
worth
that he's
it.
trying to make? Was it that black people are...
Yesterday I saw the man when I said I'd go over there and talk to the black woman who demands value, the one with 7 children who will harm our nation with a convict husband. It's not a joke, it's not funny, it's not. It's serious. An accident happened. No, an occurrence happened back there where a person could have died.
That's the concern. You could like him for being strong,
Could have
but you
died.
also have to respect the fact that you want a president who actually
In grace
treats
of God be
them
blessed,
as
and
a
amen,
And
said
that's
the man.
exactly what O'Reilly was getting at with him. You know, you can't do that kind of stuff. You can't be just...
He can do it. He can be
when you don't know what's in there,
being
it's more
politically
dangerous in the United
correct.
States because people are going to hold you accountable for that.
Let me, I'll get
the
back
facts
to
in it
this.
because it represents
That's what got us. These immigrants, these Mexicans, these Hispanics, politically correct, got these black people hired. But they're all over. They're crying for value. Black lives matter. Teach me it matters. Teach me it matters. Teach us. Anyway, in grace of God be blessed. Amen. Amen.